We finished the room database, repository, and the view model. So we finished the model and the view model sections of the MVVM. Now let's move to create our view. The view represents the user interface of an application. It includes everything the user can see and interact with, such as UI components, layouts, widgets, and screens. It defines how the data from the view model is presented to the user. The view handles user interactions such as button clicks, text input, and gestures. When a user interacts with the UI, the view communicates these actions to the view model. The view observes live data or other observable data sources provided by the view model. Live data allows the view to automatically update itself when the underlying data changes, providing real-time updates to the user. Ideally, the view should not contain business logic or data retrieval code. Instead, it delegates these responsibilities to the view model. The separation of concerns helps maintain code clarity and testability. So in summary, the view in MVVM architecture is responsible for presentation of data and user interactions, while the view model manages the underlying data, business logic, and the communication between the model and the view. So let's jump into Android Studio and start building our layouts and activities. Main activity, go split mode, and remove this text view. In this example, I'll use data binding. So for that, I'll go to the build.gradle, and here I'll add the data binding dependency or enable it. Inside the Android scope, I need to add build features data binding equal to true. Sync the project. Now we're able to use data binding. So here I'll start with layout tag, and I'll move all of these into the layout, and I'll move these namespaces to the layout here. And inside this constraint layout, I'll create a recycler view and a fab floating action button. Add the constraints. You can infer it or drag and drop like this. This is our recycler view. I'll create a fab floating action button, wrap content, and this is a small button. I'll drag and drop it to here and infer the constraints, ensuring that from the end is 16 dp margin and from the button is 60. And this is our fab floating action button. It's just a simple button. This will direct us to the add new contact activity. Now let's move and create a new layout file. I'll name it as contact_list item. And this will be the template and the layout for every contact in our application. Of course, I'll use the data binding. So I'll start with the layout and move these, and the namespaces, move them to the layout. And this is our constraint layout. Inside this constraint layout, I create two text views, one for the name and one for the email of the contact. I'll start with the text view. And this is our layout, two text views. I'll add margin here, 16 dp for the whole constraint layout, and the height would be wrap content. So this is our contact list item template for every item in the database.